Thiruchitrambalam, Hara Hara Nama Parvati, Vadaye Hara Hara Mahadeva, Sitsabesa, Sivasidambaram, Tenarude Sivane, Potri and Natavarkum Nireva, Potri, Thiruchitrambalam, Edikum Makadai in the Milchayula, Nadakum, Mainmay, Namakarul, Sedida, Tadake, Indudai, Tal Sevi, Nilmudi, Kadakalichai, Karutulirituam. உலகலாம் உணர்ந்து ஓதற்கரியவன் நிலவுலாவிய நீர்மலி வேணியன் அலையில் சோதியன் அம்பலத்து ஆடுவான் மலர் சிலம்படி வாழ்த்தி வணங்குவான். சைவத்தின் மேற்சமயம் வேறிலை அதில் சார் சிவமாம் தெய்வத்தின் மேற் தெய்வம் இல்லனும் நான்மறை சம்பொருள் வாய்மை வைத்தசி திருத்தேவாரமும் திருவாசகமும் உய்வை தரச் செய்த நால்வர் பொற்றாள் எம்முயிர் துணையே. தில்லைவாழ் அந்தனரை முதலாக சீர்படைத்த தொல்லையதாம் திருத்தொண்ட தொகையடியார் பதம் புற்றி ஒல்லையவர் புராணகதை உலகறிய விரித்துரைத்த செல்வமலி குன்றத்தூர் செக்கிழார் அடி போற்றி. ஆதாரமாகிய மாணிக்க வாசகர் பாதார விந்தம் பணிவோம். பண்டு செய்த தீதான பாவங்கள் எல்லாம் தீர்ந்து ஞானோதயம் வந்து கூடிடுமே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். Dear devotees, welcome back to the Periyapuranam Discourse series. Today we're here to think through the wonderful history of Emperman Andanaril Membetta Apputhiyadigal Puranam. Let me bow my head to the lotus feet of Thiruchitrambalam and also to the 57th Pontiff of Gomathinayagam, Shri Guru Mahasanidhanam, Shri Rajasrana Manikasaka Swami as well. By the grace of the Almighty Lord Shiva, let's go ahead and get started with Shri Apputhiyadigal Puranam. Apputhiyadigal is from a wonderful city called Tingalur, which is still famous, located close to Thiruvayaru Sthalam. And also there are two other temples that are close to Tingalur, Thiruchitrambalam and Thiruchitrambalam. Walkable distance. So it was a beautiful place in Chola's kingdom. Apputhiyadigal was a staunch devotee of Lord Shiva, and he was born in Brahmin community. His mind was very pure and filled with the thoughts of Lord Shiva and Dharma. He had a very deep regard for Sri Thiruchitrambalam Swamigal, who he had never seen in his eyes, never ever seen him directly. He just heard about the fame of Thiruchitrambalam Swamigal when Upper Swami was blessed by the Lord of Tirudi Venkateshwarar and managed to defeat all the deadly attempts made by the Jain Gurus with the support of Pallava king in Tiradigai. So ever since he heard about Upper Swami, he started seeing him as his guru. So in Shaiva philosophy, we have three ways of worshipping the Almighty Lord Shiva. That will take us to his lotus feet. Guru, Linga, Sangama worship. Guru means worshipping Guru as Lord Shiva himself. That's a phrase from Thiruvandaram Guruveshwamana Kurinandi. Guruve Shivamana Kurinandi. So worshipping Guru as Shiva and worshipping Shiva himself directly, Linga Valibadu, and then worshipping the devotees of Lord Shiva as Shiva. And that would take us to the lotus feet of Lord Shiva as well. So three ways of worshipping the Almighty Lord in Shaiva Samayam. Apputhiyadigal followed the Guru Bhakti. So he followed the Guru, worshipping Guru as Lord Shiva. So he started seeing Thiruchitrambalam Swamigal as his Guru, and he named anything and everything that belonged to him with the name Thiruchitrambalam. Named his two sons, as he had two sons, the elder one and younger one. Elder one called Elder Thiruchitrambalam, Mutha Thiruchitrambalam, and the younger one called Younger Thiruchitrambalam, Ilaya Thiruchitrambalam. He named his calf, bulls, everything, house, Everything, anything, everything he named with Tirunagara Swami. Anda Arasu, charity services. Anda Arasu, schools. Tirunavukarasar, merchant, so on. Everything in the name of Tirunavukarasar. So he named all mats, ponds, roads constructed by him with the name Tirunavukarasar. One day, Upper Swamigal was doing a pilgrimage around close to Tingalur. Upper Swamigal came to Tingalur to worship the Lord of Tingalur. Then he was surprised to see every charity work named with his name. And every charity services, they're giving water to people, food to needy people, and so on. He could see his name. All the charity services named with the name Tirunavukarasu, Andarasu, his name itself, which was unusual. So then he asked the people around there, and who's running all these charity services in the name of Tirunavukarasu? Then they said, "Oh, dear devotee, you did not know about this? There is a person called Appudi, a landlord of our Tingalur, and he has been doing a lot of charity services to people. He named all his charity services with his guru Trunavkar. Not only this, if you go to his house, you will just see the name Trunavkar everywhere. He named his two sons, elder and younger one is Trunavkar, and so on. His house itself in the name of Trunavkar. Then Upper Swami was so surprised. Then he inquired, um, where is his house? Then they showed him a path to reach his house. The Upper Swami started heading to Nayanar house. So this is a thing. You need to think about other incidents in Periyapuranam as well. King Cheraman was worshipping Sundaramurti Swamigal also as his guru, similar to Nayanar. So real Guru Bhakti, true divine Guru Bhakti, will fetch Guru to the devotee's place. So that's what had happened. Apudya has never seen Tirunagara Swamigal. He was just chanting his name all the time. He named everything with Upper Swami name. And now Upper Swamigal himself is coming to his house. And then Tirunagara Swamigal, having heard that he's an ardent admirer of Tirunagara Swamigal, Upper Swamigal wanted to see Apudinayanar. Then Upper Swamigal went to Apudinayanar house. Apudinayanar was so excited to receive the Dr. Swamigal. He did not know it is his guru. The person who came is just his guru. Just paying obeisance as he would usually do for any Shiva devotee. So he fell down at his feet. He gave a warm welcome to come inside his home, and then asked him to be seated and did all the Pada Puja and everything, the standard rituals that we have to do for any Shiva devotee. And then he was standing next to Upper Swami with folded hands. The Upper Swami asked, Appudiyar, I was just coming to the Tingalur temple, and on the way I saw many charity services named with someone else's name instead of your name or your family member's name. Then that word is it someone else's name, Veroru Pair, really got Appudinayanar very upset, and it drove him up the wall. He got very angry. He said, "Don't you know Tirunavukar who helped the king escape the net cast by the external religion? Don't you know Tirunavukar Swamigal who defeated all the deadly attempts made by external religious gurus along with the support of Pallava king? His name is someone else's name for you. You being a Shiva devotee, you're wearing Vibhuti Rudraksha. Don't you know Thirunakurasa who established the right way of living in this world for people like us also can worship Shiva and attain his lotus feet. He was setting up an example for us to follow. How can you be a true devotee of Shiva and yet you don't know about Thirunakurasa because you just said someone else's name? If you had been a true Shiva devotee, Appar Swami name should not be someone else's name. It's your guru, it's a guru name. Yes, Appar Swami is one of the four paramacharyas of Shaiva Samaya. That's it. He went to the roof, then Appar Swami replied to him, a very humble tone. I was the person with no clear sense of consciousness, completely immersed in Jainism, and then Lord Shiva gave me the Sulai disease. It was then overcome by his blessings, Adi Venkateshwara's blessings. That's me. So, and then I reached the Lord again to receive his grace in order to rise from the external religion. Literally, Appar Swami indirectly said, I am the now person that you're talking about. Apputhiyadigal, happiness knew no bounds. He got so excited, he embraced Appar Swami, and he called out his family members, asked them to come forward, and all of them came forward, paid their respect to Appar Swami. Then he called his sons, Muttatanakursu, Ilayatanakursu. You've been asking me why I named you, why I gave you these names. Here is our Guru. I named you with my Guru name. Our Guru has come home to bless us. And then he did Pada Puja, was so excited. And the Tirtha of Pada Puja water, he was spilling everywhere out. And he also drank that himself. And he humbly requested Appar Swami to take food in his home. Durvamud, Maheswara Puja. So Appar Swami graciously agreed to do so. Then Nayanar, the whole family started preparing that tasty food to serve Appar. And then Appar Swami went to Tingalur Shiva temple to worship him. Then the eldest son, Elder Thirunakursu, Mutta Thirunakursu, his mother asked him to bring the banana leaf from the garden, the backyard. He went to the backyard, the garden, was trying to fetch fresh banana leaf, and there was a snake in the banana leaf, and a venomous snake, and he got bitten with a venomous snake. And then Muttatana started fainting a little bit, but in the meantime, he was the son of Apputhiyadigal. He was brought up in such a way that he would always support his father and Shaivism. So he rushed to his mom, handed over the banana leaf, and then just dropped dead with his bar, and then his body turned blue because of the poison. Then Apputhiyadigal's wife got shocked, didn't know what to do, she was speechless. Then she immediately informed her husband that this happened. Both parents looking at their child dead. Appar Swami has gone to Shiva temple to worship him. He'll be back at any time. If they announce the death of their son, Appar Swami would not eat the food. The Maheswara Puja will be cancelled. So Apputhiyadigal had to make a decision. Should we announce his death, cancel the Maheswara Puja, or we just continue the Maheswara Puja as we planned? Gurunadar has come. So they rolled up the body of their son in a mat and kept it away from the sight. Then with great sorrow, because they lost their son. the elder son. They, but they behaved as if nothing happened. They started decorating the house. They resumed the food preparation. And Upper Swami came back home, as usual. Apputhinayanar fell down at his feet, and then he made all that seating arrangements. They put the banana leaf, then about to serve. Then Upper Swami was giving holy ash to the family members. The younger son came, he gave him. And then Apudia was rushing to start the Mayasura Puja, but Upper Swami said, "Where is your elder son, Mutatirla? Ask him to come." Then Appudia could not say anything. He just said, "Swami, he cannot come now." And Upper Swami said, "Something doesn't sound right. What happened? Tell me the truth." Then Appudia explained what happened. Upper Swami was shocked. He said, "Who would do this in this world? You lost your son, and what you did, you just rolled up his body and kept it away from sight just for me to have food. This is unacceptable." But that's the level of Guru Bhakti Apputhinayanar had with Upper Swami. He was so keen on making sure Upper Swami Maheswara Puja gets done rather than announcing the death of his son. So the terrible truth emerged. The boy had died of snake bite. Then Upper Swami asked Apputhinayanar to bring down the body in front of the temple of Thiruchitrambalam. And they did that. Then people in Tingalur heard about this unfortunate incidents, and they also started gathering in front of the temple. Upper Swami prayed to Almighty Lord Shiva. Upper Swami sang a soulful, wonderful Tamil Tirupathikam, Undrugolam, Thiruchitrambalam. ஒன்று கோலாம் அவர் சிந்தை உயர் வரை ஒன்று கோலாம் உயரும் மதி சூடுவர் ஒன்று கோலாம் இடு வெண்தலை கையது ஒன்று கோலாம் அவர் ஊர்வது தானே. So he was praising the Lord by numbers from 1 to 10. So when he completed the 10th song, Lord Shiva blessed Elder Tirunavukarasu, and he gave the life back to Elder Tirunavukarasu. He resurrected the son. The boy got up as if from a deep sleep. Everyone got surprised and then said, "Hara, Hara, 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 Mahadev." Then Mutha Tirunavukarasu paid his obeisance to Upper Swami. But Apputhinayanar was not happy. The son got his life back, but still he was not happy. He was still worried that his son still interrupted and delayed the Maheswara Puja of Upper Swami. That's the level of Guru Bhakti he had. And then again Apputhinayanar Swami requested, "Can you please do the Maheswara Puja for you?" Upper Swami came home, gave Vibhuti to Mutha Tirunavukarasu. They did a grand Maheswara Puja. Upper Swami had food at Apputhinayanar home, and then both of them went together to Thiruparanam temple. In Thiruparanam temple, Upper Swami composed a wonderful Tirupathiyam, and the last song of the Tirupathiyam, he glorified the greatness of Apputhiyadigal in the Tirupathiyam. It's a fourth Tirumurai where Upper Swami says, Thiruchitrambalam. வஞ்சித்தென் வளைகவர்ந்தான் வாரானே ஆயிடினும் பஞ்சிக்கார் சிறகன்னம் பரந்தார்க்கும் வளனத்தான் அஞ்சிப்போய் கலிமெலிய அழல்வோம்பும் அப்பூதி குஞ்சிப்பூவாய் நின்ற சேவடியாய் கூடியே. The last two lines he praised the greatness of Apputhi Swami. In his Padiyam, Apputhinayanar was so blessed to be, called out in Upper Swami's Tirupadiyam. Which means, he says, the lotus feet of Lord Shiva, he kept those feet on the head of Apputhinayanar. அஞ்சி போய் கலிமலிய அனலோம்பும் அப்பூதி குஞ்சி பூவாய் நின்று செவிடியாய். So Lord Shiva's lotus feet over the head of Apputhiyadigal. So that's all about the story of Apputhiyadigal. Let's close the class today. We will continue the class with the next nayanar in the next session. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம் என்றும் இன்பம் பெருகும் இயல்பினால் ஒன்று காதலித்து உள்ளம் ஓங்கிட மன்றுளாரடியார் அவர் வான்புகழ் நின்றது எங்கும் நிலவி உலகலாம். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். ஹரஹர நம பார்வதி பதையே. ஹரஹர மகாதேவா. சிற்சபேசா சிவசிதம்பரம் தென்னாருடைய சிவனே போற்றி. நாட்டவர்க்கு மறைவா போற்றி. பெருமான் அந்தனரில் மேம்பட்ட அப்பூதி நாயனார் மலர்டிகள் போற்றி போற்றி. பெருமான் திருநின்ற செம்மே செம்மையா கொண்ட திருநாவுக்கரசு சுவாமிகள் மலரடிகள் போற்றி போற்றி. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். திருநீலகண்டம்.